Okay, that brings us to item 8.0 on the agenda this evening, and that would be the action items. We have 3 of those this evening. Item 8.1 is a resolution in support of Hispanic Heritage Month, and Superintendent Kingsley, I understand that you'd like to speak to this first, so please go right ahead.
Yes, thank you very much. In honor of this resolution, we know that we want to acknowledge that our classrooms and our workplaces must be places that honor people of divergent cultures who represent diverse experiences and perspectives as we learn to work and learn together. I'm really proud that I can announce that John McKay, our Director of Language, Culture, and Equity, is going to speak a little bit regarding the honor of Hispanic Heritage Month prior to us discussing this resolution more deeply this evening. John, thank you.
Welcome.
I guess in these circumstances, sometimes you just have to use your principal voice. Yes, sir. President Draper, thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. My name is John McKay. I am the Director of Language, Culture, and Equity for Poudre School District. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak to you. It's been a little bit since I've been able to stand in front of you in physical presence. And tonight I'm here to speak about Hispanic Heritage Month. And the Hispanic Heritage Month takes place September 15th to October 15th every year. This is a national heritage offering, a time to recognize and celebrate the many diverse cultures and extensive histories of the American Latinx community. The observation began in 1968 as Hispanic Heritage Week under President Lyndon Johnson and was expanded by President Ronald Reagan in 1988 to cover a 30-day period. The month also celebrates the Independence Days of several of our Latin American countries, which are represented here in our own district with lots of our different students and families. It includes Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua, which their Independence Days are on September 15th, tomorrow, Mexico on September 16th, and Chile on September 18th. When we honor any National Heritage Month that celebrates specific populations, the purpose is to elevate and amplify ongoing practices of culturally responsive and sustaining pedagogy throughout a school year. Developing and upholding academic excellence within the classrooms, schools, and communities that comprise Poudre School District asserts that we work together to recognize and learn from our diverse community members in order to celebrate the funds of knowledge that are uniquely available to all of us when we choose culturally responsive and sustaining teaching and learning practices. The relationships that we establish to ensure that all students, families, and staff are seen as valuable assets to our success is the most important work that we can do in Poudre School District as an inclusive district and mission-driven towards educating every child every day. So I thank you for your continued service and support of our communities in PSD, and I'm proud that we can celebrate and recognize different heritages and different cultures in our district, including National Hispanic Heritage Month starting tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, much appreciated, John. Okay, and with that, I'd like to ask for a motion from a board member, and I'm thinking, Kristen, you might read the resolution for that.
Here we go. All right. I move for the approval of a resolution in support of Hispanic Heritage Month from September 15th to October 15th, 2021. And if you would like me to read that,
If you'd like to read it, I think that'd be very appropriate.
Absolutely. Whereas Hispanic Heritage Week was started in 1968 under President Lyndon Johnson and was expanded to Hispanic Heritage Month by President Ronald Reagan in 1988, starting on September 15th and ending on October 15th. And whereas September 15th is significant as it is the independence anniversary for Latin American countries El Salvador, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and Honduras. The Independence Days of Mexico and Chile fall on September 16th and 18th, respectively. And whereas countless people of Hispanic and Latinx origin have contributed to the growth and strength of our Colorado community and society in many recorded and unrecorded ways. And whereas the Latinx and Hispanic community faces cultural and systemic barriers to an inclusive and equitable education. Poudre School District strives to close the equity and opportunity gaps for these students and promises to create and uphold equitable, inclusive, and rigorous educational opportunities, experiences, and outcomes. And whereas the Poudre School Board administration and staff are committed to making Poudre School District a welcoming community for all students and staff, and we recognize there is more work ahead of us. Equity, diversity, and inclusion are fundamental values in Poudre School District, ensuring that all students and staff are valued for who they are. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the Poudre School District Board of Education does hereby proclaim September 15th through October 15th, 2021, Hispanic Heritage Month in Poudre School District, and encourages students, staff, and the community to celebrate the excellence and enriching contributions made from our Latinx and Hispanic community of the past and present.
Thank you very much, Kristen. And I have a second from Rob Pedersen. Board members, I'd like to open it up for comments or questions or discussion. Anybody want to speak to this?
Sure.
Go ahead, Kristen.
I just want to say thanks for the opportunity, and there's a lot of opportunities for us to, particularly this month and next, to celebrate some of these fabulous celebrations. I want to speak to actually one celebration that I got to go to this weekend, which was a salsa dance that I was able to attend, and it was put on by many of our teachers, PSD teachers. And so it was, we have, again, and it speaks to the talent in our community as well. So there were multiple teachers in this band who were not even music teachers. They were language teachers or something else. So there were several music teachers as well. But it was just one of those fabulous opportunities. And so I really encourage people to go out this month and celebrate.
Thank you, Kristen. Anybody else like to speak to this? Okay, I'm just going to say for myself that I really appreciate this particular resolution, and I have always appreciated the Hispanic heritage in our community, as I believe it, for a person who's grown up here, it casts a very wide net, the people we are surrounded by, and the culture they bring to all of us, and the way it's shared in so many ways to many of us, whether we're eating their food, sharing their culture through dances, or like me, having attended schools that are full of Hispanic or Latinx students. It's been very meaningful to my life, and I really appreciate that you've brought this resolution forward and that we celebrate this in the district. So with that, I'll definitely vote yes for this resolution. Okay, I want to give one last chance, and if seeing none, I'll take a roll call vote, please.
DJ Anderson,
Aye.
Nate Donovan,
Aye.
Kristen Draper,
Aye.
Christoph Fev,
Aye.
Rob Pedersen,
Aye.
Carolyn Reed,
Aye.
Jessica Zamora.
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0.